Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about African Union, the AU. Now since they are having their annual meetings at this moment, it's been going on for 4 days I think. So now why don't we take this time to know about AU, what it stands for, what they're aiming to do, what to expect from the AU, and what has been done by the AU. So with no further ado, so let's start. African Union dates back to 1958 when the first Congress of the African states was held at Accra, Ghana. The person that was responsible for that meeting was called John Kay, and he was a Ugandan. At that moment he was actually on exile from his country and was located in Egypt. So the first meeting was held in Accra, as I said, and the point or the aim of that was to free the African countries that were colonized by the Westerns at that moment. The OAU was established when two organizations merged and came together in 1963. They were called Casablanca and Monrovia Group. So those two groups came together. Founders of the OAU include Kwame Nkrumah, Haile Selassie. Actually, Haile Selassie was supported and really helped during that time by a man named Katama Yufru. The aims of the OAU was to actually bring political and economical integration within the African countries, and also to eradicate colonialism and neo-colonialism. Colonialism. Even though OAU achieved few of the things that they wanted to do, critics actually called them the Dictators Club. So OAU was known also as Dictators Club. OAU was actually disbanded in 2002 in July by Thabo Mbeki, previous president of South Africa. He was actually the chairperson at that moment. So after OAU was disbanded, African Union was created, and the African Union we know now started from 2002 to recent times. African Union was founded in 2001 in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and then it was launched in 2002 in South Africa. The objectives of the African Union were to bring unity between the African countries, solidarity, to accelerate the political and socio-economical integration between the African countries, to promote and defend the interests of the people of Africans. AU's vision and mission are creating integrated, prosperous, peaceful Africa driven by its own citizen. I mean, it's a noble vision, we gotta give it that, but how much it is successful, let's try and see. So first, let's try and see what African Union has successfully done. AU has been effective when it comes to the boosting corporations and unity within Africa. According to an African Union chairperson, African Union has not also helped with security and peace, has also helped with flourishing culture, education, and trade within the African continent. The Summit for the African Union 2019, the agendas include budgeting, includes migration, includes trade within African countries. I am highly proud and happy about this topic, especially all three are very important, but if I have to say something about the trade between the countries, the trade within Africa is less than 20%. We are selling more, receiving more when it comes to the outside world, but not within the African continent, and we're not helping or supporting each other at all. So let me tell you one thing, trade within the Asian communities is 50%, okay? Trade within the European countries is 70%. So you see how the rest of the world has a priority, prioritizes their continent and supporting the countries that are there, but us, we focus on the outside. So I am very happy that they picked on this subject. I really hope that they come to a conclusion of free trade between us countries within Africa, the 55 countries. I really hope that's the conclusion they come up with. The second one was budgeting. They're budgeting for 2019. They're really trying to minimize what their intake is when it comes to outside of Africa, the funding, because 90%, more than 90% of the funding comes from external organizations to the African Union. How much of, like, I wonder how much of power do they have? Because you see, if the funding is more than 90% and it's coming in, doesn't that money come with some kind of exchange? As in, if we have an agenda, if African Union is proposing they do A, B, C, D in 2019, in 2020, the donated money owners, they don't ask for anything? I highly doubt it. So basically, the AU needs to be funded by Africans. That I strongly believe in that, because in order for us to speak our own voice, in order for us to do the things that we need to do, we need to be able to fund it. Actually, Kagame said something awesome. He actually said something along the line of, when it's coming from our own pockets, now we want to see the value of what we're trying to give out. The focus should be about the African people and nobody else's agenda. Oh please, African leaders, I hope that's the conclusion they're coming to. So the third one was migration. So as we know, we're losing lots of people. Lots of people are dying. They're fleeing their countries. They're leaving their countries to go and die at some sea, trying to go escape to Italy. Yes, thank you for picking up this subject as well, and I hope they follow through with it, because this is a big crisis. Okay, we're losing our family members, we're losing our friends, we're losing our neighbors because of instability in Africa. These things are the ones that are making people run away. For example, in Nigeria, I just found out this today, to be honest. Most thieves, or the ones that kidnap, the percentage, when it shows, it actually shows that, oh my god, they are holders of degree. You see, they go to school, their parents suffer through a lot to make sure that school fee is paid. After it's paid, what happens? They finish school. After they finish school, they won't find job for a year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, and then what do? These kids need money. These people are struggling for bread, so they're going out and taking it from the person that has it. I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying this is a good thing or the right thing, but you have to understand that. Let's go back, rewind, and see what the root is. The root cause is there is no political stability and there's corruption. So the money that is supposed to go to the people goes somewhere else, in somebody's pocket. That means by default there are no jobs. Even the jobs that are available are being given to Chinese people, or the people that are giving those contracts. So what are the choices? Kill yourself? Leave the continent? Die trying? So thank God they brought this important subject, but I hope they really follow through with the agendas and strategies they take out. That's what's important. Just for fun, let's do a comparison of EU and AU. Bear with me. Let's start from funding, okay? African Union's funding, the Africans, the actual Africans that contribute is 5. Yes, you heard me right. 5%. Yeah? EU's 100%. So as you might well guessed it, EU 100% money means 100% influence and 100% of their own agenda. Africa, since it's only 5% that we're putting in the African Union, and all the rest is coming from external sources, those external sources have a say. That means not everything AU decides goes. achievements. As we tried to cover earlier, yes, there are some successful things that the AU did, but the AU's aim were no single visa, no single market, no single currency. Have we seen any of those happen yet? No. On the other hand, the EU has achieved most of its goals. For example, customs union, common market, monetary union, political federation. Done, done, and done. If we're comparing the two, it's pretty obvious that the EU has done so much that they have promised, they have committed to, but the AU still a work in progress. Very hopeful for 2019, and hopefully these plans come to pass and we see change in Africa. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you on the next one. Africa Unite. Stay blessed.